Band starting off here. Now I do know Catface. Actually, no, Catface and Manny have been around forever, and that's Trainer Red. So actually, Purple Team's been here for a very long time. Well, maybe not very long. Actually, no, Catface has been here longer than I have.
I think they remade.
Did they?
Yeah, Final Hour's like kind of newish. I think they remade Team.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
I know Slinky's new.
Oh my god. I messed up my stream. There we go.
So we have a Vi and a Dr. Mundo band.
So, looking to ban out the Hardened Gauge from Blue Team. Vi's been a really popular ban as of late. So, Dr. Mundo obviously banned.
Yeah, she's
super
strong.
tank.
She has good early, mid, and late game potential to tank and damage.
Cassidy banned out as well.
Cassidon's pretty normal ban because he's so mobile.
Many people in the organization do call him Cassawin. Probably
Yep.
for a good reason.
Annie ban.
It's a good support to
We have
ban
an
out.
Elise ban. Or mid. I had a Annie that was kicking butt earlier today. So
we see two jungle bans from Blue Team, which shows that either they're more afraid of jungle pressure coming out, or they have something planned for the jungle, or they're targeted bans towards Purple Team's jungler. Yasuo banned out as the final one, and I haven't seen Yasuo lately as much.
Yeah, he's not as big as a threat. Now that people know how to counter him, so he's not getting banned as much.
I think it's more like, right when he came out, yeah, I think that's exactly it. Nobody knew how to play with him, or against him, really, either one. And it just got to the point where people either just stopped playing him or figured him out, and now he just doesn't see much play. So maybe that's a targeted ban there. Renekton being hovered over here. Good, strong top lane pick. Locked in there.
Tank and damage.
Leaves the Jinx open for the Purple Team. Now, GS Doman there, as Shyvana gets locked in to fight against that Renekton up top. GS Doman's the AD carry for Final Hour. He does play a lot of Jinx. Jinx and Caitlyn, I think. And so far, so good. Does get locked in
Looks like
here.
they may do a trade.
So, Nocturne and Ahri. It looks like I'm starting to see a good form of a dive composition over here from Blue Team. All of those people that they're hovering over and have locked in right now are very good at getting into the back line and dealing their damage and getting it out there really fast to the people they need to. So, for example, that Jinx that doesn't have a lot of escape, as Ahri does get locked in here, is going to just be dived by Nocturne ulti, Slice and Dice from Renekton, and Ahri ultimate. And they're just all going to get onto her and just blow her up.
So far, everybody on blue has a gap closer.
Correct.
Whereas Renekton's double dash, Nocturne's speed buff and ultimate, and Ahri's dash, triple dash.
And then we see Thresh and maybe Zac being hovered over here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Zac offers... Just kidding, it's Ziggs. I'm going to wait on that because he seems to be cycling champions. The Thresh, however, is going to offer some peel for Jinx in terms of the flay, as well as maybe if he can hook Ahri, he can disrupt the ultimate, which would also be really impressive. Not to mention he's going to offer a kind of tanky front line. If they lock in this Ziggs, that also offers them a very large amount of... Nope, Victor. And Victor is locked in. Okay. So yeah, that's interesting, yeah. So
looks like there's going to be some trading around going on purple.
They're picking in order of what they want to reveal in terms as opposed to just, what they're actually playing. But that Victor pick also
end up trading.
The Victor pick brings a lot of wave clear and zone control in terms of his ultimate and his slow stun field. Not to mention just his laser beam that does massive damage, and even the whatever his Q is. I don't know his. I'm not
his
a Victor
Q
player.
is shield transfer.
Power transfer.
It does damage, and depending on depending on how much damage it comes back to him as a shield. Yep.
Karma and Draven against Jinx and Thresh. Now, Karma's Draven does get locked in. Karma's very squishy, but she deals a high amount of damage, which means they're going to look to blow that Jinx up basically the entire game, as Karma does get locked in.
She does have a lot of CC.
Now,
Karma does. She has a. Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, she has the AoE slow field and the root and the AoE speed up from her her Mantrid shield. Yep. Defiance, I think. And then what red team needs to do is they need to peel for Jinx and peel for Victor very incredibly hard in order to keep this blue team off of her, because as of right now, every single one of those people can get to Jinx or get to Victor and just be like, hey, you're dead. So with Thresh getting his flay in, with him getting his hooks in, please don't lock in that Teemo. They
don't have a lot of peel. Red team doesn't have a lot of peel.
The zone control from the slow field from Victor and the flay is all they really have. Gragas would offer a little bit of disengage, engage, split with his ultimate, not to mention the slow, as it does get locked in. And he offers a good amount of burst to try and remove certain people from the blue side here. Overall, though, in terms of team fight, I think it's actually... If blue team can pull off this kind of high coordination composition, they'll come out ahead over the strange pick of Victor and the low mobility 80 carry of Jinx.
At least they didn't pick Teemo.
I know. I didn't think they were
Gragas,
going to.
So.
I mean,
Gragas jungle though.
Teemo would just get destroyed by Renekton, I think, unless now blinding darts for days.
Gragas's ult does give a huge amount of displacement at the beginning of a team fight with the knockback. So your whole entire team is going to get displaced.
Right,
so
and
they're going to have to have enough coordination to get back together to continue a team fight after that displacement.
But they all have gap closers and such to go after. If they save Nocturne ultimate, if they save Draven speed boost, Ahri ultimate, and if Renekton gets knocked toward them and still has slice and dice, then they're not as hurt by it as a normal team would be. But that being said, if they do get knocked out and separated, and Shyvana ulties in, and Thresh lands a hook, and Victor does what Victor does, and Super Mega Death Rocket flying everywhere, it's going to be a really good coordinated one-person explosion from Purple Team.
Yeah, they're gonna try to eliminate either of the carries,
right,
as soon as possible.
And that's how they have to start off a fight, because they just don't have as good of a sustained fight until the later games when Shyvana outscales Renekton. When I was good, actually, that's a jungle Gragas, by the way.
Yeah, no, I said that.
Yeah, I totally. For some reason, I was still thinking it was Shyvana jungle and Gragas, somewhere.
I've seen a lot of Gragas jungle lately.
I have too. I just still never believe it. But even still, back to my point, I don't know if jungle Gragas is going to outscale Nocturne. He has good early game pressure, I believe. I'm not the jungle Gragas expert, mind you. Nocturne will be able to have a very solid gank, though.
Gragas has a decent amount. He has a dash and slow, and his Q gives a decent amount of damage coming into lane. His gank potential is decent, but it's not like a massive gap closure to instantly you're gonna catch him. So I mean, he's all about coming into lane and doing as much damage as possible. So, we'll see, but he's not the best ganker in lanes.
They don't really have a lot of CC now that I think about it. Purple team, not a lot of
They
very hard
don't.
CC. They have the Thresh Hook, and they have Cask, and that's not even really hard
Play
CC.
choppers.
And then they have Flame Chompers, and they have the Slow Field. Other than that, like that's very zone control oriented. So what they're gonna look to do is they're gonna look to lay down a zone and then knock you into it with Gragas Barrel, with Shyvana Ultimate, and that's gonna have Jinx running around in said zone. Someone's gonna get hooked and boxed, and that's even more zone control. They could actually wall up most of a lane and have a very large area where you don't want to be, because you're just going to get slowed, you're going to get stunned, you're going to get snared, you're going to get blown up, you're going to get shot a lot by Jinx. But if blue team can hop past that zone with Nocturne ulti, which the darkness, nobody ever really mentions the darkness part. If they ulti and then they start to throw down their zone and blue team comes from a completely different direction, or not everything's layered properly because you can't see, they're going to have open spots in their zone, and blue team's just going to be able to walk on through. Draven is going to be the only one with an issue getting through that zone. Well, I guess Karma would too, actually, but that's what the speed boost is for. But if everybody's dealing with Renekton and Ahri and Nocturne in the back line, nobody's on Draven and Karma in that zone, and they can just get through it and blow up Jinx, blow up Victor, blow up even Thresh.
Also, Thresh's
Skin-
ultimate is another zone control. I totally forgot about his ultimate.
Yeah, that's one of the three.
Mhm.
Skin War goes to blue team here. I count traditional Karma as a skin, as it is.
Yeah, yep, means you had it before.
Yeah, I should have bought Karma back then, but
I bought it
she
when
wasn't
came
good
out.
then, and I didn't have IP, and I spent it on other champions. Some of
I
them
like
I
her
regret.
old Blade fans. Her old Blade fans that could heal.
Right?
And her mantra stack 3 times was so much better.
Totally.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like Soulfire is good and all, but I prefer the old fan blades and the old 3 stacking mantra.
Agreed. But Karma's not so bad now. Alright,
Well,
so we're
I mean,
actually
she's
into the
decent.
rift here now. And we have a
Instant
pause.
pause.
Now,
Instant
A
reminder
pause.
summoner has disconnected.
that each team only gets one pause. Keyboard broken is what they seem to be saying. Well, that's not good. How do you break a keyboard? Huh. Okay.
What broke?
So let's go back into discussing the composition, since that's all we have to do. We can see a couple of the starting items coming in here, actually. All of, oh goodness me. One of these days, I'm going to be able to remember team names. Final Hour is on the red team, and Slinky is on the blue team. So all of Final Hour has already bought their items. We see pretty much normal starts, as far as, Jungle Gragas normal is. Although I guess it's becoming more of a normal thing.
Yeah, most people are doing it a lot now. I don't know why.
I mean, hey, if it's working. So I do see in the corner down here a red ping onto the blue buff of Slinky. So it does look like red team's going to look to invade. So in terms of level 1 pressure, I feel they actually have the advantage with the Thresh Hook, with the Gragas Barrel, with, I'm assuming, he hasn't locked in a skill yet, but I'm assuming Victor is starting with his Death Ray. Or maybe even
Her
Gravity
laser,
Field.
yeah.
Although if he starts Gravity Field, he won't have any damage. And his...
Did Jinx go ahead and grab her flame choppers?
Not yet. No, I don't think anybody's locked in a skill yet. Normally, the only one who has is Shyvana. Normally, you would only lock in a skill early if you knew for a fact you were starting that skill. There we go. As he comes back in finally. Now, just a reminder on the rules. Each team gets one 5-minute pause per game. And If you pause again after that, if it goes past the 5 minutes, it's disqualified. So this is that team's pause. Hopefully there's no more issues and we don't have to actually see pauses. But it looks like the teams are ready. I'm going to turn off the chat here now. It looks like everybody's ready and expecting it to start. 5, 4, 3,
there we go.
2, 1, and back into the rift. Alright, so it does look like red team wants to get that invade going in.
They're gonna walk the mid lane.
They're going to walk the mid lane through the bush here is where they're pinging. Furious pings on the enemy nexus. I think they're trolling me at this point.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Dragon and danger on their base. Alright.
There's like a billion pings going all over the flipping place.
Looks like Jinx and Thresh are going in the bottom river. The rest of the team is standing in the 3-man stack in this bush. It looks like Ari's going to face check this bush in a second here, and actually this might be the detriment of her life. She does flash away.
Her flash. Yep.
And she just backs up. Well, that was interesting.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
That was a bit interesting, yeah.
Fake
They
checks.
now know they're there, though, and it looks like Renekton's gonna be sitting in that bush.
So Renekton's going to sit there and scout. You can see Karma sitting by the middle tower. Red team starts to move. And they're going to make
They're
big
leaving
pressure.
bot lane bot. Yeah.
Now this is smart
They
because
see Renekton, they know now they're there.
what they're doing is by leaving Jinx and Thresh like that, they make sure that they can't get counter invaded. So if they had been able to sneak in there, they would have been able
Minions
to
have
know
spawned.
if they were coming for their own blue buff. Wards are dropped in the river and everybody walked away.
It looks like they're gonna reset now.
Karma started with a Spell Thief's Edge, whereas Thresh started with a Doran's Shield. Karma gonna look to do a little bit more damage and get a little bit more money.
You can start blue, basic.
Both junglers start blue and laners start to go to their lanes. Now, blue really long lane got to lanes first, so they may have that level 2 advantage, and we can expect to see some action down there. Possibly.
Also, red team's bot lane is coming in through river, which is always risky. Looks like Gragas is gonna go in for the red steal.
He E'd over the dragon wall there, and he is not seen. So nobody...
Oh, he's doing the wait for Nocturne until he comes and
Nope,
has
Jinx
low
is
health.
rotating
Oh, wait,
over
never
here. Along with
never
Thresh.
mind. Looks like they're gonna grab it.
Karma looks like
Nocturne's
she has
gonna
an
run into
idea.
him. Nocturne's
Gragas gets
coming,
it,
here he
clears out,
comes.
smites the little lizard, and walks away. Actually, they aren't
He
even
just
seen.
wants to get as much out of it as he can.
He got the full timer for
cleared
that,
as
and nobody
quickly.
was even the wiser. So good red steal by Gragas. Nocturne's going to be denied. Gragas is going to have 3 buffs here at the start. That's a massive experience in gold lead over Nocturne at the very beginning of the game. As well as Nocturne starting with a super. Meaning that he's not going to be able to drop ward control to make sure to keep them out.
Siobhan is putting a lot of pressure on top.
She's already level 3, shoving it into the tower. Renekton should be able to pick up most of it under the tower, though. Renekton's pretty good about that. Good poke landing in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Karma putting that poke on bot lane.
And you can see already at level 2, lots of pressure happening. Looks like top lane's going to stay shoved. Gragas is on the top side of the map as well as Nocturne. Nocturne looks to be coming up. Gragas is even much stronger because of the start.
Nocturne is coming in for that gank.
But Nocturne will be here first. And he comes in
Here
from
he
the
comes
side.
in with the gank. He's gonna pop in the queue. He's got that speed dash. Oh, but she walks away.
Flash with burn by Shyvana there.
That's
Nocturne.
a decent attempt, but not quite.
Anytime you can burn a flash, I figure it's worth it. Gragas went back to base, and looks like Nocturne's heading down to his wolves. Shyvana dropping a ward in the river.
Oh,
right now.
this
Thresh
is the
took a
hook.
miss. I feel like bot lane just actually, as we look at mid lane, a lot of damage going on to Victor early from Ari.
Red's just putting so much pressure on the blue right now.
That being said, Graven's up in CS by a little bit. We can see, a huge ignite in the middle
Victor
lane.
is taking some damage. Having to, barely walks out of that one. Barely.
He survives with about, 6 HP and walks out of lane. Gragas shows up to clear.
Yep. That ignite ticking off. Slowly, not quite getting him the kill. There goes, Gragas covering that mid.
If we go back to that Victor pick, he's got 42 MR in that lane, but Ari's true damage on the back end of her Q and the charm, increasing the damage that she does, is still just too much for someone with low base stats like Victor. That's why you don't see a lot of Victor in competitive play. His base stats aren't all that great. He does a lot of damage, but, so do other people. Gragas still in this mid lane as Victor returns. And Ari's taking the CS lead in that lane, but Victor has his second door in play. Top lane more face bashing going on and minion trading, as they are dead even in minions. Another hook misses bottom lane.
Top is always a face bash.
I know, I love it though, because it's so swingy of a face bash. Like whoever's face gets bashed in first, your face is messed up now.
Jinx is just using her rocket launcher the whole entire time. Trying to put as much damage and pressure. Yeah, she's trying to put as much pressure as possible.
In the bottom lane though. He is seen by that ward in the tri-brush.
They definitely know he's there. He's just gonna run back out, go ahead and grab the golems.
Now, we actually see a pink ward behind the red buff of blue team from the red team to see if they can see Nocturne coming in for an ulti gank on that mid lane when he hits around level 6. And as we can see, Nocturne returning to here uses his sweeper on the tri-brush.
Yeah. Gonna clear out that tri-brush ward. I think he figured it out after they back off a little bit. Victor just trying to put as much pressure as possible. Trying to keep Ari back at bay. Here comes Gragas. Ari knows he's there though. I suppose. Does she have a ward in there?
Flash
the hook on Karma comes in. Oh, he does not have his flail though, but Stim Junkie is just shooting those rockets at her. But that doesn't quite get her.
That's that danger of Karma that I was talking about in Champions. Like, she's very, very squishy early on. If she gets picked by any hook, Jinx is just going to be able to dump so much damage on her so fast. As she can't run away, because as soon as she gets hooked, she's going to get flayed. Later on, she's going to get botched. You saw she had to burn that flash for just about nothing. Well, I mean, it saved her life, but, even just from the hook, she was basically dead if she didn't flash.
Victor's laser taking a fifth of Ari's health out. Looks like Ari's gonna go grab blue though. Gragas grabs blue.
So first blue
Gragas grabs blue instead of giving it.
First blue gifted over by the blue team and held by the red team in terms of junglers. And that's gonna hurt Victor's clear a little bit. I feel it's gonna give Ari...
We have another red take. We have another red take on his red here.
Right as it respawns. How's that for timing?
They're just trying to keep Nocturne as shut down as possible.
He's not even on the side of the map.
Karma knows he's there. They know that he's there. Doesn't matter though.
They're gonna leave the little lizards up this time, sacrifice the timer for him to safely escape. Gragas goes over the dragon wall, and that's another red steal. Now 2 in a row.
Victor taking some damage.
Tries to shoot some back, misses.
Draven's got his double blades going, he just missed one. We have a Shyvana disconnect.
Pause for the red team. There's their pause.
Yeah.
Well, both teams have no pauses now, if I'm correct on that ruling. Yeah, because Slinky paused the first time. And
I thought red paused both times.
No. Because Sirius Crypt was the one whose keyboard was broken. And this time Nirkana disconnected.
Okay. A summoner has disconnected.
It looks like he's resetting his router or something, which I guess we'll sit here. So let's take a step back and look where we're at. If you look at CS, Renekton is bullying the lane out against Shyvana. He's a full chain vest up, although he has just been back to buy. And it actually looks like Shyvana has as well. Maybe, I don't know. Can I check, see the gold? Yeah, she doesn't have much gold on her. Renekton's a whole 300 gold up. which is pretty much where that chain vest is. So he's going to be taking a lot less damage, and he's going to be able to take advantage of that lane, and his face bashing should be much more effective, and his face should be less bashed. In the jungle, Gragas still has 1,000 gold to back on. He hasn't done anything yet. He has gotten jungle control completely of the bottom side jungle. He's able to take that red buff on its respawn. Play resumes here. It looks like blue team's best answer is to respond to the other side red buff. Actually,
But we got Gragas coming in with the pop. Oh, that Victor ultimate chasing Ari. Is it gonna get her? No, it's not. Ari walks out with barely any health. Victor also, though. Oh, the rocket! Oh my gosh, Draven just flashed through the rocket.
So,
did you see that?
I did see that. Draven flashed over the Super Mega Death Rocket, saving his life and almost taking down Jinx, but Jinx had barrier, and everybody with a little bit of
Blue
play
needs
nonsense.
to get back.
Yeah, I would not.
Oh, the hook on Draven! Oh, the Zapper taking the damage. That shield from Karma, taking that damage, but is not enough to block out that first blood.
And that's what happens when you overstay. Draven got a little greedy there and loses, especially on Draven. You don't want to die because you're gonna lose your stack.
Right when you were talking, I was about to say Blue needs to go back.
And then dump. Now,
Yep.
Draven being forced to back now because he died. Both AD carries have a best friend sword, if you will, BF sword. But that
Big
first
freaking
blood
sword.
assist has given Jinx enough to get a long sword as well, whereas Draven has gone for boost. So a little bit more mobility from Draven, a little bit more damage from Jinx. She's going to build that into a Vamp Scepter very soon and be quite happy with that investment.
Looks like Shyvana is just trying to push that lane as hard as possible and is just skipping the farming.
Yeah, she's not really getting a lot of CS, but she's actually doing fairly well in the lane, considering how far ahead Renekton is. That being said, he's starting to get 30 CS up, and that's a scary number to be at about 10 minutes. Gragas is out farming Nocturne because of the jungle steals, and Nocturne is level 6, so we can expect to see a gank from him very soon.
Gragas hasn't got a single red from his side, so.
He hasn't needed it. No, Nocturne.
Nocturne, I apologize.
Gragas picked up both
yeah,
of his.
Nocturne. Ooh.
Gragas has had 4 red bucks.
Shyvana jumping in. Shyvana jumping on that tower, but I don't know what she's trying to do. She's getting a little bit risky here.
All the wave clear in mid lane, everybody's just farming that up nice and easy.
Yep, Ari's coming up to pin Shyvana.
Draven cut out alone here.
She needs to get out of there.
Karma needs to be careful. No hook thrown out.
Shyvana needs to get out. Oh, Shyvana got out. Okay.
It looks like a dragon rotation coming in from red team. And yep, there they go, starting on it. It is warded by blue team though, they see it. Victor standing literally on top of it, and they don't really care.
Oh, Jinx just grabbed it.
Yep, they didn't even clear it that fast.
Red
Nocturne
team
does come
has
down.
slain the dragon.
Red team gets the dragon. Draven ulti blown. Charm thrown out and misses. Everybody walks away and disengages. Looks like
Renekton putting some pressure on top Shyvana.
Shyvana's starting to catch back up a little bit. She's only down 22 now, where she was down almost 30. So she got a full wave on her. She's backing now though, so she'll probably lose. Well, no, she's not. Top lane. What are you gonna do? They're always backing. Nocturne waiting in the wings bot lane. Here we go.
Oh, here comes the ultimate. Oh, Nocturne pops his Q to try to get that. Oh! Oh my gosh, the fear from the E on Nocturne. Thresh flailing. Saving Jinx there from dying. That was really nice by Nocturne though, that ultimate coming in, that Q pop to give that movement speed boost, giving him the ability to keep up with Jinx and fear her. But that flail from Thresh is just saving Jinx.
And that's what we were talking about, where Thresh needs to peel with his life. He's doing a pretty good job of it. The hook,
the hook
lands.
on Draven. Oh, the Thresh pops his ultimate. Draven has nowhere to go.
That was painful. Victor ulti being thrown down mid lane.
Victor ult.
He just zoned out 2 people by himself.
That Thresh ultimate gave Draven nowhere to go.
Yeah, he turned a good amount of damage onto Jinx, but he was just too low from the initiation. There's nothing he could do. Karma trying to throw some damage on to force him away from the tower, but really, what are you going to do? Actually, that kind of hurt. Gragas coming down from behind.
Oh, here comes Gragas. Oh, the ultimate knocking him back to Thresh and Jinx is killing her.
And that's a case of the support overstaying. I hope he backs with the Oktoberfest skin.
Look at the gold lead. So Red's up by 4K now.
Yep, they're up by 4K evenly. They've got that 1 tower and 3 kills. Jinx backs on a ward. Draven actually.
Draven coming in
free
with the
pickup.
ultimate.
492 gold.
Out.
And that's a case of
They
somebody
have that
staying
warded.
in the shop. Wards are your best
They
friend.
had that warded. Yep.
Nocturne coming in behind Shyvana here. Misses the Q
Oh, with
somehow.
the E on the fear. Oh, Renekton pops his his W to stun Shyvana. Oh, the dash over the wall chasing her down. Pops his ultimate. Shyvana's just walking away. Renekton can't really do much.
And that's top lane for you.
I did like that dash through the wall though.
That was pretty classy. He used the slice and saved the dice for the ultimate over the wall, expecting it. Diced immediately as soon as she started to go. Blue buff looks to be transferred over here in a minute. If Ari comes over. Actually, Smite used. No, here comes Ari.
Nocturne's given Ari the past 2 blue buffs.
Victor is top lane. And Shyvana... Oh, she was just catching the wave that Renekton was pushing. That's a good rotation, actually. Knowing that Ari had disappeared to the top side, either for blue buff or to go up roam top, he decided to follow.
Gragas is covering mid. Yeah. Gragas is covering mid.
That's an advantage of having jungle Gragas, is he can come out of the jungle while your mid laner roams, and here comes an engagement.
Ultimate on Gragas, and there goes the Q. And that laser is gonna hit her, but not much you can do when she's under tower there.
Victor flashed for
Top
that.
butting heads.
Didn't get anything out of it.
Top is button heads again.
Forced Ari out of lane though, looking to maybe pressure this tower, but with Nocturne there, all it really does is force the jungler to show. Space
Top
is being
is that
bashed
really
up.
awkward moment. Yeah, top's that really awkward moment when you're both AD and you're just hitting each other in the face.
Now, Shyvana
Victor
actually
that.
completed the Sunfire Cape before Renekton did, despite being behind early. And that's a lot of damage on that mid lane tower. 4-man stack mid.
And Thresh Hook not even getting anywhere close. Gragas with that poke ability while they're just poking down that tower.
Looks like Jinx is going to take a couple shots, and blue team walks away, disengages. Renekton looks to
There
be
goes that
basing.
Q. Oh, jeez. That Q from Gragas is just doing some damage.
Looks like Nocturne wants to back off. Zap comes in. Threshold just
Trying to
misses.
hook. Karma's gonna use that Q poke. Again, top are just button heads while this is going down.
Ooh.
Oh, the ultimate from Gragas and the Q. Victor with the E laser. There goes the ultimate from Victor. Takes down Ari. He's gonna keep hitting Logert with the ignite also, but doesn't. Oh, the laser barely skims and almost hits him, but not quite.
Red took the tower in that engagement there.
And taking that tower. Yep.
They picked up Ari and got a tower out of it, so that's pretty good. Turning kills into
Great
objectives.
Great ult from Gragas.
Another
knocking them back.
red buff denied. That's 3 in a row. Since the beginning of the game. They haven't, blue team hasn't even seen this red buff. They are 6
Literally,
gold behind with only 3 kills.
It was
and 3
literally, yeah, the red buff was literally in the bush and they'd never seen it, literally.
Pretty much.
They give red buff to Jinx.
They do,
Taking out
however,
that
pick up
pink
the
ward.
consolation pink ward.
Mm.
Dun da da, 30 gold.
They do have that ward still in their jungle.
Dragon spawns.
Red has wards everywhere.
Yeah, if
I do
you
not
look.
see a single ward. Oh, there's one ward by blue on Dragon. But
Ari
there's one
blowing
on
up
the
Victor.
Oh, Ari with that dash, just dashing in. Oh, is she gonna get him? Yep, there goes that Q death.
I think Catface juked himself there, the Victor play.
Looks like they're gonna do a
three-man stack
counter
on
push
mid
mid.
lane.
Yeah.
I actually
Counter
like
push
this
mid.
decision.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
You're going to trade the top lane tower for the mid lane tower, unless Gragas can clear it out here.
Oh, the
Or-
ultimate from Gragas. The tower is shooting Renekton, just pops in the queue and gets some damage. Logger's coming in with the ultimate E shield, which gives a shield to everybody around whoever the cast and gives them all the speed buff. So that was very nice. So Shyvana's butting heads top on that tower with Draven wastes his ultimate.
Oh, he used it to clear the wave to keep damage from coming down.
Yeah.
Dragon being picked up by red team, and that's the third dragon in a row for them, bringing it to an 8k gold lead, 4 towers up, and 2 kills.
8.3k gold lead.
It's a very, very low kill game, but very objective oriented.
Definitely. We're gonna only have 6 kills at 20 minutes. If this keeps up.
We might see a little bit here. It looks like red team's
Siege
looking
going
to
on
force.
middle. So much siege on middle right now.
Blue team does have decent wave clear.
Oh.
Thresh hook misses again.
Slice and dice.
OP.
Dodge out of the thresh hook. Looks like they're gonna do a full push top.
Thresh threw the lantern into the wolves, so Jinx couldn't click it.
Blue rotating top to combat the siege.
I smell a 5v5 coming, and Ari is instantly
Oh,
low.
the Mega Death Rocket. Ari dashes out of the way though, and dodges that Mega Rocket. Very good play from her. Draven playing his mini game. Shyvana jumping in with her ultimate. The Gragas all knocking Draven into the wall and just killing him
Blue team's
instantly.
turret has been destroyed.
I don't know if that Victor ultimate was completely necessary.
Well, they were trying to secure the tower at whatever cost. Forcing the blue team back to base as much as they can gives them more time to push this second tower as well, as Kevin gets charmed.
Blue team's turret has
Ari
been
charm,
destroyed.
not quite that. Oh, the Thresh ult, or sorry, the Thresh, not ultimate. Thresh hook landing on Renekton, which probably wasn't a very good choice. Double flash from Jinx and Victor there, I think that was. Oh, Shyvana picking up a kill though. She's gonna go down. Nocturne almost dead. Oh, who was that?
Oh.
Victor picks up a kill. And Jinx is gonna pick up a kill on Karma also. And purple, or sorry, red needs to get the heck out of there.
Ari
We have an
flashed.
E, or yeah, we're having E coming from ooh, that Thresh Lantern, perfect. That E from Draven trying to slow and get Gragas, but not
Ari's
quite.
still
Ooh, the
chasing with
oh, the
ulti.
dash coming in from Ari.
That's
She's gonna
it.
pick up the kill.
Just picked yourself up 3
That was-
kills.
That was a very good. That's for a 3 for 3, but that was a really good dash on her part.
Very good cleanup by Ari. She actually just picked herself up a lot of money there. She's going to be able to finish her Deathfire Grass. She's got a 1.2k gold in the bank now. There is a Deathfire Grass. Maybe pick herself up another Blasting Wand, maybe? No, she isn't that rich. Just kidding. Finish the Sword Shoes. Gragas going very well
Gragas
in
taking
mid.
some flack. Yeah, Gragas is taking some flack and Draven on the mid.
Draven hurts right now. He's got a Bloodthirster, and that's pretty much all Draven
Red
needs.
team's turret has been
But
destroyed.
Jinx has an
He's got the-
entire Phantom Dancer over him. Holy crap.
Mhm.
That's a lot of attack speed. She's even got another longsword, whereas he's got a dagger.
The gold lead is almost 10k now.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little excessive. Looks like
Oh, Thresh misses his hook. Shyvana's coming in though.
Shyvana's huge right now. Look at her items. Everybody on red team has almost a full item up on their counterpart to blue team. We're talking a Spirit Visage and a Sunfire Cape to just a Sunfire Cape. A full
Blue knows they're
spectral-
there and they're coming in.
This might be a bait.
Oh, the charm on Ahari hitting Gragas, but he does his dash out. The Thresh hook through the wall on Nocturne.
We're gonna see a little bit of a Baron dance here. A little early.
They're
in the
baiting
game.
Baron here.
Red
Yeah.
team knows that they can do this for free, and there's nothing that blue team can do about it. But they can't just let it go for free, because then they won't be able to hold their open inhibitor and their inhibitor towers. So they have to respond to it. It puts blue team in a very poor situation, where they have to make a decision, and any decision that they make is going to cost them something. Dragon spawning in a minute and 40 seconds.
Ooh, the
Renekton
Thresh
gets hooked.
on Renekton.
Thresh just,
Not being able to do very much damage here, though.
well,
That Karma Q just slowing Thresh there.
support damage isn't
Here
exactly
comes
the most
the-
spectacular thing.
Yeah, it's just for the slow. Again, Red having wards literally everywhere.
They have very great vision control. If we take a look actually here, look at their vision control here. They can see all of this, whereas blue team can see a couple wards here. They have the vision they need, blue team that is, but they can't get any extra than that. They will be tipped off if they go for Baron though, or Dragon.
We have Siege going on here.
Oh,
the hook
Nocturne.
Thresh pulling Nocturne out. Nocturne has to flash. The dash on Ahri almost killing Gragas. The Zapper coming off Jinx. There goes the Thresh ultimate. Mega Death Rocket whiffs. And they're gonna take out Victor here if they don't. Oh, never mind. They take down Renekton. That Victor ultimate's still going around. Victor barely getting out of that one.
It's a 1-for-1. Lots of poke being thrown down on both sides. Both teams very low.
That point blank Jinx Mega Death Rocket whiff. Loger is gonna get taken out under tower. Jinx is gonna go ahead and take that, no problem. Here comes Draven.
Blue team's turret.
Draven
keeps
is like,
pulling this up
no.
if he's lucky. Oh, and there's that
Oh,
zone
he's-
control.
Yep.
Did you see the zap into the slow stun field? There's no way Draven could chase any further. He was completely disengaged, nowhere to go. How do you
The
stop
gold
an
lead is
unstoppable
now-
object?
Gold lead's now 12,000.
It's starting to climb up there a little crazy at this point. This is a snowball gone a little out of control. You can see
Definitely.
Ahri is doing well for herself, but she's got lower CS than the top in the ADC, only because she's been roaming and picking up the kills. But even still, she's still so far behind Victor. Well, okay, maybe not so far behind. Well, a little bit with that extra.
Blue
blasting
is
wand being
converging
picked up.
on Baron, so is Red.
Jinx has three full items, and Draven has 1.5. That's how big the gold lead is right now. Draven not able to cash in on those money stacks since it's been a lower kill game for his team.
Oh, the
Ahri gets
hook on
hooked.
Ahri. And she gets hooked. She dashes out though. The rocket coming on Draven. The Mega Death
Oh.
Rocket takes him out.
That's
Are they
not
gonna
good.
catch Mr. Loger? They're gonna catch Mr. Loger. No problem with that dash slow from Gragas there, slowing her and giving the ability to take him out. Shyvana's chasing down Nekton or top while they're just taking this mid inhib.
There's
Blue
nothing that
team's
blue team
inhibitor
can
has
do
been
about this.
destroyed.
Looks like they're gonna go. Oh, the Victor zone
Renekton's
control, and then instantly kills her. Oh, they're going in for Ahri here, and she's dead also. No
Shut
problem.
down.
They're gonna take out Nocturne too. There goes the Victor ultimate.
And that's not good. They pretty much dove into their own base and took out their team. Draven ulti almost picks up Victor on the backside.
Blue team's inhibitor has been
I was
destroyed.
about to
Once
say,
again,
are
he
they just
survives
gonna leave
with, like,
that
20
inhibitor
health.
there? It looked like they were just gonna leave that inhibitor there with like 100 health.
That would be a little weird. Strange decision.
Victor here trying to do race.
I don't know if you got the damage
like,
for that,
oh,
buddy.
no.
You ain't got any health.
Yeah.
Jinx
Jinx popping her flash over the wall to get Dragon.
anything for the
bizarre.
gold. Well, they are
Team
15
has
now,
slain the
almost
dragon.
17k gold up. 16.5, call me a liar.
Such a lie.
Well, as blue team picks up a few minion waves, it makes me look silly. Let's just call it 16k gold lead. And it looks like at this point, at 30 minutes being 16k down, that's almost a 50%. No, they've got over a 50% gold.
Blue's going in on Baron, clearing out those wards.
They need
Red
a
is
desperation
collapsing
play.
now, though.
They need to make
Red's
this death bush work.
collapsing.
If they all sit in this bush, they have a chance.
They are
Getting a
split
little
up. Their
tense.
positioning isn't very good.
Everybody gave it away.
I can tell you right now, Gragas is gonna pop a barrel in that bush to make sure they're not in there. So if they sit in that bush, I know they're gonna get killed.
They need to sit in a bush because the only thing that they're going to be able to do from behind is have the element of surprise.
Victor using the zone control to block off that access right there. He's like, "You will not pass.
That slow
You
field is
shall
so
not
good.
pass." leaving Super Minion top. They have to go back and clear this quickly.
It looks like red team's rotating down to get the last outside tower of the base, playing this one by the book, going for the third lane. And that's actually a decent sized creep wave. They should be able to get this inhibitor tower if blue team can't defend it. And at this point, blue team either needs to all or nothing here, or just continue to give up their base.
Threshold missing the ultimate from Gragas. Oh, he pops his Q. Is he gonna get killed? Oh, he's gonna get killed. Mega Death Rocket comes in and picks up Ari. There goes the Thresh ultimate. Nocturne chasing down Victor, not quite grabbing him. Victor popping his ultimate. Draven does get Victor though. Renekton popping in on Shyvana here, popping his ultimate finally. Draven's just trying to do as much damage as he can, but Renekton's gonna get taken. I was not careful. There goes the hook on Draven. Instantly kills him during the death sentence, hence the name. And that's gonna be a 2 for 3, and it's gonna be a GG most likely.
Yeah, it looks like they're taking down both Nexus towers here, and they're gonna focus on the tower. Looks like maybe a little KDA padding going on here.
Dominating.
That being said, the team fight was really there from the red team this game. Final hour had that all over the place.
It's gonna be GG here.
Yep, there goes the Nexus. Ooh,
Domination.
20-8. Now,
Just getting that momentum built up in early and mid game.
it was a perfect show of how to rotate early game to take down towers after an advantage and snowballing it into a mid game advantage, thereby further on.